Hey Brittney, how you doing?
Hey,
Uh, Wanted to chat with you about your shot and sort of the state of it. It's obviously a complicated thing to get the type of off-season looks and reps you normally do with what's happened in 2020. I just is the easiest way to put it. Can you take me through what that process has been and where your shot is at this point in time?
like my physical shot?
Yeah. Just like the reps you're getting in and how comfortable you are.
I was really lucky to be able to, at the start of, everything, just get a good month and a half, 2 months under my belt just to relax and get my body back in shape in the sense of recovery wise. And then I got to go to Atlanta and Tiffany Hayes, she has a gym on the south side of Atlanta. So I was able to get some reps up, and not really fall too behind. It is kind of hard with the whole gym access and staying safe and staying clean, but pretty confident. I think shooting, yeah, it comes with repetition, but also comes with confidence. When you're in that moment, when your teammate trusts you to make that one more pass, I just keep it in my mind that, they have confidence enough to pass me the ball to make that shot. So I have confidence to knock it down.
Over to, sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, Mario Sacco.
How you doing? It's actually Darius Joshua with News Channel 9. I'm just signed in under Marno. News Channel 9 here in Syracuse. Brittney, nice to talk to you again. Entering that fourth season now since you left, obviously, here at SU. I imagine this is not how you expected that fourth season to start, obviously, playing in one location, obviously now with a new team as well. How do you feel like you kind of adjusted to being with the Sparks now and the opportunity in front of you to play on a new team with a chance to win a title?
Yeah, for sure. You look at it as, it's not ideal. Who would have thought that we'd all be under, one roof playing in one location, but it is what it is. We've made the most of it. And, to be with the Sparks, everything's new. It's a new team. It's a new situation. It's a new game plan, a new format, new coaches for me. And I just look at it as a stepping stool to my career. It's one of those things where this is the opportunity and I want to take full advantage of it. It's a great place to be in for it to be my fourth year and to be under such vets. It's great. It's a blessing and it's an honor.
Did you have a follow-up?
One quick follow-up to that. Yep.
Go ahead.
Kind of in this moment, obviously, the social justice has sort of been the mainstay of multiple leagues and, of course, in the WNBA as well. What do you feel like this moment means for you as players to have an opportunity to get messages out there, whether on your jerseys, on the court, or just in general, to kind of keep the conversation going and hopefully lead to change?
Well, yeah. Just as much as we do on the court, it's as big as what we do off the court, right? So for the Sparks, I'm just really proud to be an organization that has a platform such as, change has no off season. And then to know as an individual, the platforms that we have and that we hold, how big our voices are, how, everyone that we think isn't looking is looking. And to just make sure that, we have little ones and we have adults that look to us for answers sometimes. And it's okay to get those answers and to use our platforms to do that. So it's a big thing to do.
Miriam Swanson, LA Daily News.
Hey, Brittney, thanks for chatting with us. Question about, speaking of shooting, what options do you guys have in the wobble for like getting up extra shots if you wanted to? Is that a thing? Is that possible? And then also I know you're like big with the fans, and I wanted to see what you think that's going to be like to play without fans.
Yeah, well, I believe there's availability in our facilities, like on the courts. They have times in between our practice slots to where they clean the court, and I think there's certain windows. I'm not sure on the specifics, but I do know a few people on other teams that go in and can get shots up. So it's just a matter of asking, and making sure that everything is clean and safe. And the second question, I forgot what you had asked me.
About playing without fans this year.
Playing up without fans. I mean, for me, I don't know. It's hit or miss. It gives you a more intimate feel of the game without fans. You're just playing against, the other team, and you can hear everything between trash talk and scheme. And then, there's the element that you're missing. Who wouldn't want to play in front of LA fans, and have a home crowd like that? So, I'm going to miss it, but at the same time, what has to be done had to be done. And if in order for us to continue to play that we have to make a sacrifice of no fans to keep everybody safe, then so be it.
We'll go over to REA Schwartz with Winsider.
Hey, Brittney, thanks for taking the time today. You're one of the most athletic players in this league. I mean, some of the highlight reels with you are just mind-blowing. Can you talk to me a little bit about your game? What aspect of your game do you think is your strongest? And looking specifically at this roster, how do you think that's going to help you excel as a player?
Well, thanks for that. I appreciate that. I think for me, what makes me in my game what it is, of course, yeah, athleticism, but I think it's more my level of how I can adapt to certain situations in the game, like whether my role has to change from running pick and rolls, or if, I need to be a heavy defender tonight and guard a tough player, or, get rebounds. And, scoring is not good, and scoring is never the issue, right? It's the other things. And I think that that's what makes my game so valuable, is that I can do so many other things on the court. There's not one thing that I'm great at. I'm good at a lot of things. So I think that's what helps me out. And to be on the Sparks, I mean, I've had conversations with Candace, and, certain things that she likes, certain things that I like, we're all just starting to learn how to work with each other's games, and, know where we like the ball and things of that nature. So just adding me to the puzzle, I'm grateful, and I'm ready to go.
Time for two more. Go back to Howard Megdal.
Thanks, Brittney. I want to talk to you about the defensive side of things. And in a lot of ways, it seems like you have been put in place to occupy a lot of the Elena Beard spaces when you think about what the Sparks did last year. How will you take me through just whether you view it that way, whether that's been part of the conversation, and you've always put up elite defensive numbers for synergy and other things, whether you feel ready to take on that role?
I mean, yeah, we've had talks, when the first news came around that I had been traded, that was one of the questions that I asked Coach Fred and Coach Fish, what do you see me doing? And the answers were basically the same as, my mind process, in the sense of just coming in and doing the same thing I've been doing for the last 3 years. Be consistent, be efficient, come defend the ball and score the ball, and just be that team player that I know I can be, bring the personality that I know I can bring, and, just score when we needed to score, defend when we needed to defend, get some steals, get some blocks, and I'm always looking to get some assists. And this team is beautiful when it comes to sharing the ball. So I'm pretty sure I can just fill up the stat sheet, honestly, on this team.
All right, last question. I see REA Schwartz with the last hand up. Go ahead.
Hey, Brittney. This roster has some of the greatest WNBA players of all time. I'm curious, for you, a young player, how do you try and soak up as much knowledge as you can?
Oh, man, I'll ask questions, I'll listen, and I'll just watch. I'm very observant as an individual. So for me, coming on this team, and like I said before, when the news got out that I had been traded, the first thing I thought about was, wow, I get to be around women, not only professional athletes, but women who are professionals and women who have won championships. So I get to have that championship caliber type of knowledge surrounding me every day. We're in film or we're in practice, and there's not a time where I'm not, I wouldn't say in awe, but I'm just so thankful, and grateful that I get to have that now, and just, be around, women who IQ has been around the world and played with different types of players and different types of styles of basketball. So it's pretty dope.